In Gaza, there's 3 qualifications. A diploma for knife gurus, a degree for murder, and a master's for heists.
Ladies and gentlemen, bahlali nabahlaligazi base Gaza, welcome to the big bonanza.
Posey has a dream.
Angifuna ukuzwa litho ngomvumo. Ningangitshela litho ngompedo womvumo loyo ni.
Nizwile bathi nje igame umuntu inja ekwaito iza la eGaza. eGaza bafethu.
Manje sikia leshani sinomdu.
Really? Asinayo tape recorder.
Hayi mina ngithi singayibhathula.
Wenzeni?
Uvela lo mnyakeni.
Senyabana njengesidumbu sakamnyakeni esilele kazenzeni.
Will love save him?
Uthandeka.
Thathazi, awudlule mfethu.
Bawahlukana uthanda umfana wakho. Igazi izocava yonke ukuthi kwenzakalani ngomnyakeni.
Ngeke ushonile. Papa usejele. Ngizona nyoyo bashonile.
Or will he die fighting to survive Gaza?
Lemini ngikhumbuza unyaka tata maduka ngayajaba naye.
Where did you deliver the letter to? The warning letter, man.
Utata wakho uyisebenzele ANC. Ngqolobi. Utata wakho bambulalela nje intomba. Nginika abantu ithemba. Lonto nje iyodwa ibonisa ba sibaluleke kanjani izoleta. Tata kubhubhela iqhawe. Ubhubhelethela kufa. Ngiyawathandazela amalanga angcono. Ngithandazela ukubuya kukaFrancis. Kudlule izinyanga eziningi. Umbungu uyakhula esibelethweni sami. Lapho ukhona Francis, uhlale wazi ukuthi ngangikuthanda kakhulu. Uma ungazithola ungikhumbula, wazi ukuthi azange ngazihambela. Uwena wangihambisa. ukubuya kukaMorena kwaletha ithemba. Ngalowo mzuzwana ngangicabanga ukuthi nayo impendulo yemithandazo yami. Ithe ukubona lo wawo owahamba naye, ngasho ukuthi uNkulunkulu ungiphendulile.
One said, art is the only way to run away without leaving home. And the other said, art is not what you see, but what you make others see. Another man argued, art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life. And I have learned that art is created to give back the creativity.
You, yes you who stand with their backs on these walls, step up front and jazz. And you who stand facing the exit, step outside and dance your nightmares. This moment comes once. You who love to hear words turning into beats that silence the violence in our streets, raise your fists and ignite those lighters for those that fought and died in the name of peace. Love like revolution has no age, so please plant that sensitive seed with love from an early stage. I lost my father to the wind before I could write to understand. Before I could be a man though, mother taught us how to walk with the sun on our hands. And that blood is thicker than water for us to fight with ourselves any longer. Home is where the fire burns for us all. So look at yourself first and keep the peace at home, young soldier. Look at yourself first and keep the peace at home, young soldier. Listen to her when she speaks. Life wasn't meant to be easy even for the rich.
Skin is a clothing, right? And comparing it to clothes, you have different kinds of clothes.
I'd love to believe that everyone is different with their own skin type, skin color.
An identity, it's self-identity.
This is how you're going to define your skin. You are dark or manso. You are light or yellow bone. You are light, Barakoena, thank God I'm white.
So albino means white, and then ism stands for the condition. So for me, I've always had problems with that. Somebody labeling me as a condition, you know what I mean? You kind of like feel like a sickness.
I'm the darkest in the family, just to put it that way. They used to call me that, Mantu, you know, all sorts of names, you know.
You're lucky you came now, because if you were born in the apartheid era, we will probably have to go hide you.
And that was also like a bit tricky when I then found out that my shade of black is a disability. Of course, my eyesight is, you know what I mean? Then it goes back to like the politics of the language of like, okay, how am I disabled?
So I've always been separated from, like, the black kids were always like, no, you know what I mean? You're not really black. You might want to say you're black, but you're not black.
Our climate, obviously, they are always higher because of the sun and all that. You don't have sunscreen. What happens to you? Instead of you having 200 rand going to buy food, and now you have to think about sunscreen. And in the third world country, oh my word, there is so much work to be done. Every time when I travel on other organizations that I'm part of, when I'm seeing that the accessibility of treatment, it's so easy that there are health insurances, which is medical aid, they do reimburse them, you know, on some of the treatments for vitiligo. But in Africa, unfortunately, we're still far.
It takes a nation to build a child. And I need you guys to support me in that. You don't need to remind me that I'm inadequate. Don't have to remind me that I'm not perfect. You don't have to remind me that I am not cut out of the same cloth as you guys.
We are cool people. We are really cool.